It was entertaining. It was actually quite fascinating because the kind of people there, different characters, different personalities. It was mind blowing at the same time. There's sometimes that you would feel like, what in the world is going on here? But the experience having to be in a small space with so many people, the diverse knowledge and character, it was actually not bad. Well, personally, I feel there wasn't much of a disadvantage. Yeah, there was a little bit of negative effect on that because you were coming into a place where people were already they've made their circle. There's a bond. There's a family now. You have the couples. You have the ones that trust each other. You have the cliques. So you coming in there, you're coming in as a threat. You're more like an outsider, and they won't take you in easily. So imagine you wanting to come in there midway and developing attraction, developing a closure, rather than doing what you came there for. So that could be a disadvantage for some people. But I think the advantage was having to know things before then. For the ones that would watch the show before they go into the house, you'll be able to know the characters, and from there you learn about them. Personally, I had to do my observation again, but it was okay. It was really that they had the plan, and I got in there. Even it was short-lived. It was all right. The Kathy I think, was just excited to see a familiar face, which I wouldn't blame her. But I know this misconception about the fact that I'm the ex, and I know what I said as well when I said I came there for her. It was just a line, it was just a line. Like I was teasing, and I've met Kathy just once, ever, and that was during the audition. So I guess familiar face. And she's been with these people for how long? A couple of weeks, and just met someone that I've seen this guy before, and oh my God, it was exciting. So I'm not surprised that Nigerians think like that, because come on, in a way, I would think that something is going on, so it's fine. Okay, so there was a conversation with myself, Sir D, and Mike, and a couple of other guys, talking about an incident that involved a reaction to things. So we mentioned a couple of names that, so if this person does this and that, then Tacha's name popped up. That, okay, like the time we're playing this game, when Tacha's turn, so she heard her name from my mouth, and that was a problem. Anytime you mention her name, she wants to, don't mention my name when you guys are talking about this. She has a problem with that, apparently. So I mentioned her name. She goes all, why are you calling my name? Don't mention. I'm like, we're just talking about, this is an example, like of something. Then she would start yelling about how, don't mention my name. Then Sir D tried to explain that girl is just like an example, like we're not saying anything about you. And she goes all, something stupid. It was a little, she started with the old, when you're saying anything stupid, don't involve me into your, I'm like, Tacha, don't call my name, don't call my name. And I kept calling her name, and I realized that, was getting to her. I was enjoying myself. It was exciting to me that, okay, someone can actually react if you call their names, like that. And she kept repeating the insults and all that. And I realized that I was getting to that point where it was going to pass. And I was wondering why she was affected by that. And most of the guys were just quiet. So I had to ask them, like, how is this a problem? They couldn't say. They couldn't react. They couldn't say anything. They were just trying to like change the topic. I believe they already know who she is, and I would like to know who she is. So I kept on going. Asked them if they wanted me to stop. They should just tell me. But the guys couldn't. So I just thought, you know what? Tacha, Tacha, Tacha. And pushing on and on, I went to sit beside her because I realized she was like, oh, and I just kept probing and probing. I was just having fun. This is the game, come on. So then it went, south. I wouldn't mind, but I wouldn't make that effort to try to be romantically involved with anyone. I wouldn't try it. Like, I wouldn't make the effort to do that. But I wouldn't mind, for the fun of it, No, if I dye my hair, and I curl it a little bit to the side, I think we can carry on with that question. But I wish I was related to him. I didn't show myself well enough in time. And I know if I had done more of my creative, I expressed my creative self in time, I would have had enough fan base to help, because I know the power is still in the crowd, it's not you, but if I did my part, I would have attracted good attention and it would have kept me in the house. Yeah, and any other thing, I don't know, most people would think it's Tacha's, but that also should be part of it, When Nigerians, they have their way, so yeah. Oh yeah, it's still the main goal. It's just way better now. I won't be working on exhibitions, my art exhibition again, because before I left for the house, I was already working on one with a couple of my partners, and I'm going to do it now in Abuja, then take it back to Lagos, bring it back to Lagos. Also, my graffiti, my props creation, and body art, I'm still on that. It's just going to be on a bigger scale now because of the opportunities I've been given. Hi guys, it's Joe, ex-BBNaija, Pepper Dem 2019. I'm here with Vibe, so to see the interview, you guys should check out vibe.ng.